The United States Supreme Court has just ruled against Donald Trump and his efforts to remove from office the head of the Office of Special Counsel, Hampton Dellinger. What does it mean? What did I glean from the 5 pages? And what does it mean from the future that Justices Alito and Gorsuch both opposed Justice Roberts in allowing Hampton Dellinger to remain as the head of the Office of Special Counsel for at least 5 more days until the trial judge holds her hearing? I'm Michael Popok. You're on the Midas Touch Network with breaking news. The United States Supreme Court has just ruled against Donald Trump and his efforts to remove from office the head of the Office of Special Counsel, Hampton Dellinger. What does it mean? What did I glean from the 5 pages? And what does it mean from the future that Justices Alito and Gorsuch both opposed Justice Roberts in allowing Hampton Dellinger to remain as the head of the Office of Special Counsel for at least 5 more days until the trial judge holds her hearing? I'm Michael Popok. You're on the Midas Touch Network with breaking news and Legal AF. Now, let me give you a little bit of an aside what this is about and then tell you I know Hampton Dellinger relatively well. He was appointed by President Biden, to serve out a 5-year term. He just got the appointment a couple of months ago to be the head of the Office of Special Counsel. That's a special creature. It's not what it sounds like. It's not an office devoted to prosecution like Jack Smith's special counsel. It's a term of art being used for an organization that's responsible for things related to the enforcement of laws related to federal workers. An important position nonetheless. And Hampton Dellinger is overly qualified for the position. If you ever wanted an ethical, stand-up, trustworthy fellow or woman to take that position, you want somebody that looks and acts exactly like Hampton Dellinger. But Donald Trump doesn't want Hampton Dellinger. He doesn't want independent watchdogs. He doesn't want anybody serving out a 5-year term on his watch. And so he fired him without cause. And the problem is, by firing him without cause, he violated the due process rights of one Hampton Dellinger, who ran in on an emergency injunction and obtained a temporary restraining order from a federal court judge in the District of Columbia. It then went up to the D.C. Appellate Court. And in a 2-to-1 ruling, they said, we don't have jurisdiction over temporary restraining orders. The way it works in court, a little bit of a legal breakout session, is if you have a temporary restraining order, which is only in place for a short amount of time, in this case, it's only in place for about 5 days, you wait until there's a preliminary injunction, at which time then the courts of appeal have jurisdiction. They generally don't have jurisdiction over temporary restraining orders. Now, they tried to bring this case, the Trump administration, by claiming that the Supreme Court has power under what is referred to as the All Writs Act. But that's very narrow in application. It doesn't apply to the facts of this case. First stop on the train is Chief Justice Roberts. Why? But not just because he's the chief of the Supreme Court, but because any appeal that comes out of the D.C. appellate courts goes firstly to Chief Justice Roberts on an emergency application. He could have denied this on his own, but he decided, I guess, anything related to Trump, he's going to throw it back to the entirety of the 9 justices of the panel. And there were at least 5 justices who said, let's hold this matter in abeyance until the 26th of February, when the trial court judge hears the entirety of the case